A little more exciting than it was. Alright, this game is now underway. It's going to be PvP. This is game 1 in our Masters bracket. This is going to be the Jam's Gemini as our teal Protoss in the bottom left. And in the top right, we have our stylish pink Protoss, NEFN's Arbiter. Alright, we have seen one of Arbiter's games, but we have not seen any of Gemini's. Gemini, just to introduce him very quickly, he is from New Jersey, another East Coaster representing New England. His favorite unit is the Sentry, and when he is not playing StarCraft, he is watching StarCraft, and that is why he is in Masters League, unlike the rest of us scrubs. Alright, both players. PvP, now a very interesting sort of matchup. This is on Derelict Watcher, TE, by the way. This is a map I'm actually somewhat unfamiliar with. Looks fairly straightforward. Do have a very easy third to take up here, but in PvP that is usually not going to be an issue. PvP generally 1 or 2 bases. That has changed somewhat with the release of Heart of the Swarm. And Masters players should be able to showcase just what the Mothership Core has done for this matchup, as opposed to my terrible self when all I do is proxy Oracle in this matchup. Gemini also showing off the beautiful, beautiful Pylon skin. Do love those skins. The problem with playing random is that all my levels are terribly low, and I have no new skins, and I feel so sad. Arbiter not with a skin himself. Obviously, huge advantage now goes to Gemini. Both players doing exactly the same thing. Gas a little bit quicker for Arbiter, but both players will end up with those 2 gases. Scout checking for proxies, checking for that cheese. Definitely a good idea. Love to see that. Gases have gone down 2 in each geyser for Gemini, doing that. I don't even know what style to call it now. I think it was called the Sase style. Would have been the Naniwa style. But anyway, both players now with 2 in gas. This is mirrored as mirrored can get. Both have their cyber cores coming up almost exactly the same time. There is a stalker coming out for Gemini, so Gemini choosing to go for a stalker, whereas Arbiter going for that quicker gateway. Probes doing their usual little dance, getting a little bit of scouting on. Still with those 2 guys in gas, 4 guys in gas total, just a little bit more than 1 geyser. That means this build is timed out exactly to have just the amount of gas that he needs and not a bit more. Always love seeing those super refined builds. Warp Gate now going down for both. We do have a Mothership Core coming out for Arbiter, but very, very importantly, not for Gemini. Gemini is not getting that Mothership Core out. That Mothership Core will not be getting any energy. So a Photon Overcharge, it'll be much easier for Arbiter. Arbiter also will have access to that recall, as well as Time Warp. And with these 2 gateways, he might be looking to do a little bit of pressure. Does have 2 Stalkers coming out now. And oh, we do have a Stargate coming out for Gemini, so here is where these builds are diverging quite a bit. Oracle's very nasty in PvP. If you can actually get past any sort of Stalker defense, the element of surprise so important for that unit. Might be going for some Phoenixes as well very early on. Both players neck and neck in probes, but again, that Mothership Core might make all the difference, and a very quick expand for Arbiter. Arbiter is being very, very bold. PvP not known for having expansions that live a long time, but that Mothership Core, as we talked about before, that Mothership Core will allow that Photon Overcharge to hold off any sort of early rush, which allows these expansions to actually be possible, as opposed to in Wings of Liberty, where if you expanded, you were dead as shit. Alright, Gemini now going for more gateways, 3 gate Stargate, and we will be seeing an Oracle. Love seeing Oracles, they are always fun to see. They either do very well or very terribly. Either way, it is entertaining for the spectators. Both players, both neck and neck in those probes still, and a Robo is now going down for Arbiter. That is his tech of choice. First Oracle is out, followed by a second Oracle. He's going heavy on these Oracles, chrono boosting them out as well. He is serious about what he wants these Oracles to do. We will see just how much he can actually accomplish, and we will see if I can hit Control F. There we go. Apparently my left control key was not working. Very unfortunate when you were in the middle of a live cast. Alright, Oracle is coming in. We will be very quiet so as not to alert Arbiter as to any sort of shenanigans that might be occurring. Is there any defense here? There's a Stalker. A Stalker is here for defense, but He will be able to drive off one Oracle very briefly, but he still will be able to get plenty of probe kills, and here he comes in. He is shift-clicking on those probes. 1 probe, 2 probe, 3 probe, 4 probe. No! 4 probe gets away. Red probe, blue probe has gone down. 4 have gone down. 5 have gone down. 6 have gone down. He's getting that sentry. The sentry does go down. That extra damage against light is just enough to take it out. He will hurt the Stalker, but just not kill it barely. And lots of Stalkers coming in now for this to aid in this attack. That was the entire aim of that Oracle. He does just run right by that Photon Overcharge, so that base is safe, but the main base is not. He's going for that pylon in the center, and there is the GG. Gemini has taken game number 1 in this PvP.